Hello friends, welcome back. We have been talking about bias in NLP and the implications of the bias in NLP. We discussed the types of biases. All those things have been done very nicely in the past. We have discussed the impact of bias in terms of fairness, trust, legal and compliance risks. All those things we have discussed. Now it's time for us to get into ethical considerations in NLP. Right? This is a very important topic again, and it's going to be a very quick session for you. Let's get into that. There are four main pillars for ethical considerations. We've got fairness aspect of it, accountability, transparency, and privacy. Fairness is the very first thing that we are going to discuss. As the very name conveys it all, it's about treating all the individuals and groups equally without any sort of discrimination. Careful consideration of how the models are trained and validated carries utmost importance. In NLP, fairness refers all about ensuring the models do not favor or disfavor any particular person or group of people. Unfair models can certainly lead to biased decisions, thereby influencing the decisions in the process of hiring, loan approvals, or even law enforcement. The next one is the accountability. This is very important aspect of ethical considerations. Who's responsible for the decision made by NLP applications is to be very clear. The developers who are involved in development of the solution and the organization which develops the same should be held accountable for the outputs that the NLP models produce. The organization should come forward to provide transparent reporting and disclose the decision making process clearly. If done, this will increase the trust factor and NLP applications will gain a lot of popularity. When accountability is discussed, that can be done with two different things. One is through proper documentation. Maintaining proper detailed records of model development, which include the data sources, the steps for pre-processing, and importantly, evaluation metrics certainly helps. Then comes the model audits. You got to go with regular model audit for the bias and fairness check, and that way it will be very helpful for us to determine if there is bias. And next comes transparency. Transparency ensures the openness of NLP models. What kind of data sets are used? What kind of algorithms are used? How are the results computed? All these are to be transparent. How can someone enhance the transparency? Explainable AI is the best way that can help us in making it more transparent. Focusing on developing methods to make the model predictions understandable to the humans can be very easily done to increase the transparency. Second, the data sets and the models can be shared in open to allow independent verification of the same, and that way it can enable the developers to get constructive feedback and critiques from the users. Now, how can someone ensure the privacy? That's the last one. We can ensure the privacy very clearly through data anonymization. The personally identifiable information, which is often called as PII, can be removed from the data sets, and this is the best way to go ahead with it. Then we can go ahead with federated learning. The model training can be performed in a decentralized manner without transferring the raw data. So that way we are getting federated learning done and privacy can be ensured. Fairness will promote equal treatment and prevents discrimination. Accountability ensures responsible use and management of NLP systems. Transparency builds trust and allows for independent verification and critique. And most importantly, last but not the least, privacy protects individual data and complies with legal standards. Thank you very much for following my channel, the content. If you have any questions, please go ahead and type it in the chat section. I'll be glad to assist. Thank you.